Hello, it's Nikki. Today I want to talk about dreams and you and creation and being excited about your life and where you're going next. And even as I'm saying that, I'm slightly nervous because I don't want to come across as somebody who is unaware that life can be difficult sometimes, or I don't want to be somebody that is so happy go lucky and toxically positive and just saying like just do it, just feel excited, just do a meditation. Because even in my immediate circle and people that I talk to on a daily basis or not so regular basis, people I see on here, there are so many different things that people are going through. So just to give a blanket, just go for what it is that you want or dream big. It's not going to cut it. It's not practical, it's not helpful, and sometimes it's just not kind to do that. But I'm talking today to those of you who have a bit of wiggle room and you want more, and it's time. And it might not make sense on paper. It may not feel like the perfect time, actually, because maybe you don't feel great about things. Maybe you feel like you're a long way from where you want to get to. And in saying that you want something, there's hesitation, because when you put yourself in the game again, when you say that you want these things, that maybe there's a worry that you might be disappointed, or it might not happen for you, or is this the right time? And all of these things. First and foremost, I want to say about carving out your next chapter. We cannot wait for everything to be perfect. And so often this is written in books of, and then they just all knew and everything fell into place. For most of us in life, that is not the case. And I'm always interested when I hear celebrities, and obviously they do this for various reasons, that they don't want to be talking about their children necessarily on the telly or online or things like that. So they just give these blanket phrases of, we are so blessed to have the children that we have. We are so committed to our family. And in my head, I'm always thinking, yeah, I feel really blessed to have my kids as well. And I'm really committed to my family. But also it drives me mad when they row with each other, or they don't listen, or any of the other things. And I'm sure they are equally annoyed with some of the things that I do. But here's what I want to say. Lots of these things are still going to continue. They're still going to happen all around us. And if we look at the news for the last 10 years, there have been times where I've known so many people have held back. Well, I won't say anything now because it would maybe be rude to be sharing my business at this time. And yet, if we know what we know about the last 10 years, it's likely that for the 10 years coming up, there's going to be all kinds of other things in the mix as well. And so this idea of the perfect time is often an excuse. It's something that you can just put down and say, do you know what? I'm not going to do anything because it's not the perfect time. I'm not going to question why. I'm not going to question if there's anything that I can do. I'm just going to say it. I'll do it in my own time. Now's not the perfect time. And then you're off the hook. However, I want to advocate for you showing up in a way that feels really good, and you topping up your own cup every single day in small increments, if that's what's needed. And when I started this running journey, that's what it came down to. 15 minutes every single day for me to spend time with myself and work out who I was, where I was going, what I liked, what I needed to heal, what I wanted to think about, etc. And so again, when we say we are going to need to do a big overhaul, or I just don't know where to get started, or I just don't have the time right now, Again, sometimes it can be an excuse. It can be something that if we just say, well, I don't have time for it, or I don't know how I'd fit in, it's just almost like that nod to yourself of like, well, that's it then. That's the reality. The third part of this is to think about where you want to be by the 31st of December. And maybe these goals that you are setting, or the things that you're thinking about, were goals that you set in January. And yet, as we come to the first part of 2024, you're thinking, I have not made the progress that I wanted to with these goals. And sometimes that is circumstantial. Sometimes you've just not been able to see the wood for the trees, or you've been at such capacity with the other circumstances or people or commitments or responsibilities in your life, it wouldn't make any sense for you to have been focusing on this thing. However, if you know that you want to make changes in this next 6 months, I want you to get really clear on those goals. And I want you to shove them up your priority list, almost like you're a pushy dance mum and you're shoving your child to the front, like, go on, go, go, go. And that's what it takes sometimes. Often we are waiting for somebody to pick us or choose us or say, now is your time. Sorry for the sirens. Have they come? Have they gone? Oh, it's the fire service. I hope they're all right. We assume that somebody's going to come and tell us, or say, do you know what? Here's a cheeky leg up and you don't have to do these bits and I'll just open that door for you. And yet, not to be negative or cynical, I assume that those leg ups are not going to come. But I also assume that I can start now. I can take control. I can make the mega moves. So think about where you want to be by the end of January, December. Why is all the noise? Car horns, all of it. I'm going to leave it here. But I want you to think about where you want to be by the end of December and what moves you need to make. Because it's not just going to happen. December will come around. It does. It always does. People always say, I can't believe we're at Christmas already. And so knowing that, say, great, if I know that it is coming round, where do I want to be? Because again, there will be some people in September who are saying, now is not my time. I like to set things in January. You have to stop telling those stories to yourself that are not true. There are the stories that are true, but they're not all true. And so I want you to question, why are you holding yourself back? Why are you playing small? Why are you telling yourself that you need all of these things when actually you know that you don't? I would love to hear your thoughts. As always, I'll see you very soon. Bye.